Okay, Ed, we were talking a little bit about classes and all of the things that you learn. One of the things that's right off the website, the SCAN education and producer training process, there's a production process. What is that?
Production process is a class where you learn about how to submit a program to SCAN. We have some requirements technical requirements to make sure that there's good audio, good video, and that if it's a DVD, it's acceptable to our system.
Well, I mean, I don't know anything. How can I be involved with the show?
Well, you can be involved. There's two ways you can be involved. You could be a content producer or a content provider. If you have a show that's already produced or you want to sponsor a show, you could be a content provider. By taking additional classes, such as camera, studio, and editing, you could use our equipment like Diane said, and you could become a content producer and produce shows through our facility.
So you guys will teach people how to use cameras in a better way than just buying it off the shelf.
We hope so, yes. And one of the things I think Diane forgot to mention is not only do you have access to our equipment, but you have access to our staff. And we have a very talented and creative staff here who give you advice and who have a wealth of experience.
Well, what about studio training? This is a really nice studio. I've been in actually some television studios of a commercial nature that are worth millions and millions of dollars that aren't any better than this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we definitely have classes to train you how to operate cameras, floor directing, technical director, audio. There's a lot of positions here to learn in the studio operations.
Hey, Ed, I tried to do some editing one time, and someone threw up these 3 bad words at me, Final Cut Pro. You guys actually teach people how to use that stuff?
We do. We have some great instructors. Final Cut Pro is sort of one of the standards of editing, and we have a 3-part class where we'll teach you all the ins and outs of Final Cut Pro.
Well, we're going to be going to another clip of another show in just a minute, but so this show that we're about to see, which is Ethio Youth Media, they went through classes and all of that kind of stuff?
Absolutely.
And so everybody gets to know that stuff. It doesn't matter if you're really, really old, like me, or really, really young, like Taj.
We can teach anybody.
Are we ready with that next clip? Okay, let's go right now.
Hi, I'm Mayor Mike McGinn, and welcome to Ethio Youth TV program.
So Taj, that was just one of the many youth programs that are on here, that and we've got some others that we're going to be going over. But how do the kids get involved in creating a show?
Kids kind of come to SCAN Youth Media through different avenues. We have internship opportunities for youth. We've had quite a few youth that have interned here at the studio, and we've actually contracted them to work on projects like our TAZAM project with the University of Washington. We have volunteer opportunities. I've had middle school students that have come in because they just want to get into the studio and they want to kind of further the knowledge that they're already learning at home here in a professional studio.
Yeah, let's go to the graphic, because we've got some examples of some of these. Here we are. What is this show? I mean, there's a green screen and everything.
Those are kind of snapshots that are taken from a variety of the programs that we've done here. We worked with ACRS, Asian Counseling and Referral Services, on the Get Real project, which was teaching kids about healthy relationships, building healthy relationships. And we worked with a group of kids this summer on the media component for that project. We also had, I can't remember exactly what picture was up there right now.
Oh, all sorts of pictures. Just all
I mean, there were so many. But we also had a picture up there from a group called Youth Speak Seattle, and that is the big spoken word organization that is completely run by youth at this point.
Yeah, we're going to get to that one in just a minute.
Exactly.
But if we can can we just go ahead and go through ahead to pictures? So we're going to skip a couple of slides. There's that one there. That's. So
So basically, what happens is when we do a workshop, we have the youth department has a completely mobile media lab. We have 6 MacBooks that have Final Cut Pro and a full Adobe suite on them. We also have 6 consumer HD cameras. We have a load of flip cameras, and we go out to the community and we teach these classes. If we're not doing a field class, youth come here to the studio. We either have week-long workshops, 2-week workshops. We have youth that come in just on one-day field trips, and we teach them how to run studio cameras. We teach them how to use the VT5 switcher. They really get a professional experience here at SCAN, and that's something that we really want to encourage the youth to do. You know, they express their creativity, they explore their creativity, but they're also learning some professionalism too.
Diane, you're a mom. I'm a dad. I mean, isn't it the coolest thing ever that kids now can get so much education about something that's going to be a part of their lives in a much greater way than what was a part of ours growing up?
That is definitely true. My son benefited from the fact that growing up, he was able to access TAF, Technology Access Foundation, where he was able to learn all kinds of usage of the computer, how to maintain databases and do different things. And then they also provided him with internship opportunities, very much like what Taj is doing in the youth media program. And today, he recently just graduated from college, and now he's working actually in financial management and data management, directly related to the fact that he had the opportunity to learn from TAF and then was able to get internships, and now he's making more money than his mother.
Well, congratulations, Mom.
If I can piggyback on what Diane was saying, we did a program actually last summer with a group of youth that were in the juvenile justice system. And we had one young lady who, I wasn't sure how she was doing in the program. She had a couple rough days, but she was able to stick it through, and she was certified on all of the equipment. And then the program was over and she left. Well, I ended up getting an email from one of her teachers saying, I don't know what you guys did this summer, but she came back to school and she has this different vibe about her. She's excited. She wants to be my TA. And I think what happens is you let kids into the studio and they get a chance to get their hands on really expensive equipment and really fascinating equipment, and that kind of boosts their self-esteem and makes them feel good. And that's something that we really strive to do with youth media.
You know, I want to go to another clip if we're going to get to it here in just a minute, and it's not youth media, but it just again shows the diversity that there is here, because we've talked about people of different ethnic backgrounds. At the same point in time, we've also talked about people of all different ages. But is it time for us to go to a break? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to a break first, then we're going to come back. Just want to remind everyone that right here on Public Exposure, we're very, very fortunate to be talking about our home studio right here, SCAN TV. Diane Ferguson, Taj Middleton, Ed Escalon all play different roles here at SCAN. We're going to get up some more of the guests. You're going to know a lot of these names there. In fact, the very first one, Clint Bourgeon, there was a great big article about Clint Bourgeon, a young man who has done incredibly well in trying to help bring about peace in the world and trying to stop poverty. But he was a guest right here in SCAN TV, and all of these people were. And let's go to the next one, too, because, you know, when John Stanford was here, I had goosebumps because I got to see him here right in the SCAN studio, and John Stanford was an incredible, incredible person. And you know, again, most of the names that are on there. So, SCAN TV needs your help. Send an email to richard.conlon@seattle.gov. Again, richard.conlon@seattle.gov, and just tell them, keep SCAN, and let's help that message get through.